Hey everybody, it's Eddie from Tokyo. This is your cryptocurrency update from Japan. This is the second video of the day. I hope you didn't miss the first one. It has some real important research if you are an XRP holder. And as usual, I'm chasing the real use cases for XRP, because if we don't have speculation driving the price right now, which we don't, then we need to build utility. And this is going to show you in this video how that utility is actually going to be built. This was an announcement made on June 19th, and it is SBI. They are creating a new esports company. And the reason why they're doing this is because Mr. Kitao recognizes that 75% of the players are under the age of 35. And they create synergies, yet with various financial services. He understands the importance to have a younger mix for his financial services. And secondly, there is a real use case for this business model when it comes to XRP. I'm going to show you this, and I'm going to show you how it is currently being adopted in other areas. So how big is this? Well, these esports events can pack a venue with 100,000 people. And this is one such event. And then at this event, over 10 million people joined in watching on Twitch. There are big partners. There are big sponsors like Mercedes-Benz to Red Bull. This is an ESL tournament, and it is shortened from what was formerly called the Electronic Sports League. An organizer, and maybe the world's largest esports company, that's debatable, but it's a big one. They're based in Cologne, Germany. And yeah, this is really what an event looks like. So what will SBI do? Well, they'll gather players, they will gather game titles, they'll form professional teams, and they will aim to bring the tournament circuit in collaboration with the regional banks. How about that? That is really thinking outside the box. So these new esports will provide a way to revitalize these regional banks when they do a collaboration. It's going to be led by a Masatoshi Kotani. He's a University of Tokyo graduate. That is Japan's top school. I'm very impressed always at the quality management talent that SBI can attract. And here is an example of a popular professional team in Japan. It's called Team IXA. All right, so yeah, don't think it's only under 35. Don't be fooled. There are professional teams in Europe with seniors over the age of 50, 60, 70. This is the professional team called the Silver Snipers. This is, let me show you here, this is the Gray Gunners. These are the Germinators, and these are the United Senior Assassins. They're real professional esports teams. So Japan's first esports hotel will open next Sunday. This is called E-Zone. It's going to be in Osaka, which is a little bit south of Tokyo. It's a super capsule hotel with 87 capsules and 3 floors of massive esports gaming area. The 4th through 6th floor is for men. The 8th floor is for women. You check in around 4 p.m. You have a 18-hour ticket that will allow you to stay until 10 a.m. And this is an example of one of the cabins. They're capsule hotels. They cost around 50 to 70 US dollars a night. I think it's going to be very, very popular. Now, don't feel bad if you're in the United States, because Atari is coming with their hotel, and it will open up in mid-2020, the first one in Phoenix, followed by Las Vegas, then Denver, Chicago, Austin, Seattle, San Francisco, and San Jose, respectively. I really want to try one of these. Japan has 9 esports colleges. Yep, 2 of them are in Tokyo. It's where you learn to be a professional player. You can see the locations here They're strategically placed all over the country. And on Saturday, June 27th, there was a big Asian tournament, and it took place on a live stream. And yeah, this is Thailand on the left, and then you have a Singapore player on the right. I just love the buxom fighters that they choose. These are the skins that you can choose when you choose your fighter. Here is just maybe quick 5 seconds worth here. I just love it. Yeah, I really can understand how you can find a team or a player that you are rooting for. I mean, I'm a sports fan. As you know, since I've moved to Japan, I follow sumo. And it's, I think, very similar. You get behind a player who's winning and you become a cheering fan member. I really, really can see it. So on the XRP Arcade website, you can watch the Pay ID Developer Conference. And there is a portion of this where Josh Williams, he's the CEO of Forte, and he received a huge amount of investment from Spring for his gaming platform to incorporate XRP into that ecosystem. And this is building a new economic opportunity for billions around the world, and it's going to be done through games. Listen to this. Epic Games, who has the Fortnite, they estimate that 2.3 billion hours are played every month. There's a lot of billions in this sector. So the CEO of Forte, Josh Williams, talks in about the 2-hour point in this conference. You can view it on the XRP Arcade. As you just kind of take a peek here, I want you to memorize this shape of this logo, because that's going to be important when I come to a following story in this video. So if we're talking about 3 billion every month, this sector does about 160 billion of revenue every year. Yeah, I told you there's a lot of billions in here. And what they're going to do is they're going to incorporate cryptocurrency so that people can buy, trade, and sell the goods that they have on these platforms, because right now it's full of high friction. The experience is very difficult. People who have goods that they attain in these games, they have to actually go outside the game to transact if they want to sell, and that's just not easy. I mean, yeah, it just reminds me of the first crypto I bought. There was a lot of friction. It was not easy. And that was just at the end of 2013, just 2 weeks into the new year in 2014. And yeah, I'm telling you, it wasn't easy. I had to jump through a lot of hoops. So in this new community economics, you can then bring money to be made for the developers, because they're going to create new businesses. You have money that can be earned as income for the players. And then you, of course, have rewards that can be given to the fans. So this is a thriving economy, and it's going to be done with cryptocurrency. And all of this needs to have a payment system. That is why Pay ID is so important, and you'll be able to see the pay demo in this community of economics business model. It's really, really good. So crypto funds, yeah, remittances, micropayments, gaming. These are all examples of real utility that use XRP. Plus, you know, there are the Ripple and Spring products that are in production mode also, that's going to drive this real case for the digital asset XRP. So we don't have to be dependent, thank goodness, only on speculation. And it'll allow XRP eventually to decouple from Bitcoin, which has no utility. It is purely only speculative in the way of store of value, like gold. And that's fine. But I'm telling you, I want both. I want speculation and I want utility. I don't want a lot, but I want to have something that will make my investment successful. So if you also are interested in jumpstarting and getting your pay ID address, this is Hammertoe Matt Hamilton. He'll show you how it's possible by hosting a pay ID on the GitHub pages. He makes it easy to understand. I'm going to put a link down below. All right, remember I asked you to remember the shape of that logo for pay ID. Let me just show you. Let's go over here to Hannah first. I'm on Dribbble. Dribbble is a place for designers to share their images with other designers, not only to get feedbacks from people who are in their artistic space, but also it is a way to show your portfolio, and you can have a chance to, of course, get other jobs. And if you look, this is Hannah. Hannah Kelly she's awesome. I really want to interview her. We can thank her for, remember, she came up with the XRapid logo, the XCurrent logo, and the Avia logo, which was the API. And you can see a couple of other designs that might seem familiar to you. This is in that SME low value payments brochure that came out in the form of a PDF. And here is the Swell 2017 design. Yeah, I think everybody remembers that. And this is a 404 page, which of course is an error page for Ripple. And I don't know if you know, but I didn't know until you click on all these images, you can read a little bit of the story that Hannah puts in as to why the image was designed. And the Ripple.com URL was purchased from a fan of the Grateful Dead. So that is why she put a bear in there. I like this kind of trivia that gets you nowhere except you go, aha. This is a cricket, which is part of an empty state on a website. Anyway, she goes through, this is another empty state on a website with the two koi. I like this one a lot. This one is made to look like a splash. It's an onboarding logo and lots. Anyway, you can see that this is the Pay ID logo in its beginning stages before they added the color, and there were some changes, but obviously Hannah was responsible for making that, and I just think it's the finished product is really great. And this one, this is an infinity symbol with the Ripple logo in the center. Now, the reason why I'm showing you this is sometimes I will right click and look for the image on Google, because sometimes these images will come up and that takes you to a place that's not out there for the public to view yet. And sometimes you can get a jump on what is being developed. And just before we go, because I did that with this Infinity logo and I want to show you where it took me, but I do want to show you just one other page, and this is the Dribbble page of Fabian. Fabian also has been doing a lot of work for Ripple and Spring. I'm sure if you're a Coil reader or user, you're going to recognize these because this is on the Coil site now. And I think everybody should probably look at that. So this is who designed the digital asset XRP payments page that explains the liquidity. That is good. And look here, this is really a fun Triskelion Ripple logo page. And this one, wow, I just have to show you. I really love the artwork. This is a global remittance flow that she designed for a floor banner, it said, for an event. So I just think it's beautiful. I just think it's really fabulous. Okay, so let's go back to, I want to show you now this Infinity logo by Hannah, okay? Do the right click, search Google, and I found somebody actually is using it. It is Infinityverse, and it is by a Nikhil Soni. Mr. Infinity. I thought, what is he doing using this logo? It's a Google app that you can download. Well, I did find that he explains it on his Facebook page, that it's an app by which one can do shopping from his two e-commerce stores integrated so that you can use 15 different computer operating systems in his or her Android phone. And you can do it through Google and the Amazon Web Services, Facebook, etc. Certifications are for free, and you can apply for jobs in Google, Apple, etc., and many more. There are more than more than 20 services I provide to my users through the single app. Anyway, he is a developer, and I don't know any more than that, but I'm just telling you that should you want to check the Dribble site and right-click and search Google for what's happening out there, sometimes it can take you to some interesting places. All right, everybody, we're jumping to the fluff. I promised you I would give you a really rich fluff this time. So I want to talk about the 7 Stars. This is a luxurious train that is in the island of Kyushu. And the service began again, thank goodness, on June 9th. And it is the most luxurious and relaxing train in Japan. I think that we all are working so hard, hodling. As I saw, oh my gosh, I wasn't gonna, I just thought of it now. Jungle Inc. was shopping for resorts or houses or views on Twitter the other day. He found a spectacular deck overlooking a mountain view, and someone, asked him what he was doing. He says he was just kind of dream shopping. Well, here you can have a dream travel, and I think that should it be something that does take off to the moon, this is I never say that. This is a train ride that I want everyone to take, and it is a blend of Western and Japanese, new and old, train with deluxe suites. And there's only, in one car, there is only 2 suites per car. Yeah, so just 7 cars total too. So you can get an idea for the luxury that you're in for. The lounge car, which is called the Blue Moon, is a place that you can enjoy these stunning views, like going from the mountains down to the sea. And it's just fabulous. You depart at 11:20 from Hakata Station, and when it says 11:20 in Japan, it'll be 11:20 on the dot. It'll stop at 2 stations long enough to explore. The stops are sometimes 2 hours or sometimes 3 hours, and you'll stay the night on the train for the first night, and you can eat breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and it then moves to an inn for night 2, and then day 3 departs at 9:20 in the morning, and you do sightseeing from many different spots, and the train is just totally equipped. You'll also find that in the dining area, you have 9 different chefs that come on board. 9. One of them is from a restaurant that opened in 1698. The restaurant's name is Wakaeya. 9 different chefs. I mean, this just really goes over the top. And all throughout the train, there is something very special. I want to show you what one of the suites look like. And then look on the left here. This is called kumiko. And there's kumiko here, and there's kumiko here. Kumiko is traditional Japanese woodwork. It's where they have a artisan craft that joins the wood together without using nails. It's a technique that's been refined over the years from the Asuka era. That is in the 538 to 710 AD time in history for Japan. And it is really, really spectacular. This is the man who is responsible for making those designs on that train. His name is Kinoshita-san. Masa, I forgot his name. I'll put it down in the description below. But this is the craftsman who did the work, and he is born in a family of woodcraft craftspeople. And that's pretty much the case in Japan, is that you're really born into these families to carry on the tradition. This is his website, and you really have a high appreciation for the art form. If you take a look, I'll put a link to the description below. And then on my coil site yesterday, I worked all day to show you a little bit more of this craft, and you can see it comes in many different examples of the shapes. And I put together, I think, 20 of my favorite examples. Yeah, all the way down from things that are very luxurious all the way down to a tissue box. So do enjoy. All right, take care. Sayonara for now. Bye-bye.